only one Porteno. Don't get greedy.
Alright, Elven, I'm Kren. This is Warframe. Last time... Up.
All you paparazzi are just wannabe photographers turned stalkers. It's so whack!
We're carrying out a routine check of orbiter stones. All these discovered items are not notified about. Crimson talent, Emerald talent. Okay. Anyway, as you saw yesterday, not yesterday, last time we played the new story mission, Jade Shadows Constellations. And then we also got all the items for Dante, which I'm gonna actually check right now. Still cooking, but I did get it started. As you can see, there are 2 days and 4 hours left. That means it's gonna be done on Sunday, and we can actually start using it on Monday. And hold on. Yeah, Monday. That run comes out on Wednesday, if I'm seeing it right. So we're still gonna be playing Warframe on Monday. We can try out Dante. It's been a while coming, because I remember I actually wanted to farm him out a while back, and then I realized people don't really farm it, and it's gonna take forever. But yeah, we're gonna have that on Monday. In the meantime, I will need to get some platinum, because in order to shut up all this!
Reload.
To actually accept Dante, I'm gonna need a Warframe slot, and that costs 20 platinum? I think I remember 20. But I'm probably just gonna sell some relics. I have plenty of them. We can farm some relics today. I'm gonna need a lot of those. Some valuable, probably. Anyway, beyond that, I did have to farm a little bit for that in my off time. In the meantime, I also leveled up Titania, as you can see, max rank. I think every single Warframe that I own is level 30 at this point. So there's not really anything to level up right now. So we will play. Today we're gonna start by doing Sands of Inaros, because that was done last time. We just didn't have any time for it. Anyway, I still haven't really decided what frame I want to main. Dante is an up and comer. We're gonna decide that. In the meantime, I think obviously I like Necros and I like Mirage. I'm gonna be play as Mirage today. I have to check, not that. Are you kitted out? Almost. Why am I using energy siphon? I'm trying to remember what the idea was here. Okay, I don't have anything for that. Jade Shadows Constellation soundtracks. Huh. Well, I know that Mirage is very energy intensive because I want to keep up all the mirror images and the disco ball and the buff and whatever. I'm more curious. Mirage has some good augments, and I don't seem to have any of them here. So let me check on that real quick. Abilities. Because for example, okay, Hall of Mirrors is ability 1. It creates doppelgangers. I just call them mirror images. And they have an augment called Hall of Malevolence. Hall of Mirrors augment the damage of your doppelgangers is increased by 5% every time you kill an enemy. They normally deal 20% damage. So the 4 of them deal 80 total. I don't know if that's what it gives that. Like bonus 50%, so it's 70, or bonus 50%, so it's 30. I think it's 30. That still means that the mirror images deal 120 of my damage, which is good, especially compared to some additional augments. Mainly, I recall getting some augments from Mirage, but maybe I didn't. Yeah, not this one. Anyway, Slate of Hand has an augment. Slate of Hand augment. Ammo and ore pickups are turned into proximity mines, deal 1000 damage with a 100% stylish chance. I don't think that's really necessary. Third one, Eclipse. Tap to temporarily reduce the damage Mirage takes from enemies, or hold to temporarily increase Mirage's weapon damage. It increases weapon damage by 200% and reduces damage taken by 75%, so it's pretty considerable. It has an augment called Total Eclipse. While active, allies within 15 meters benefit from Eclipse. I want to point out that the biggest thing about this is that this does include the mirror images. So the mirror images are also getting the 200% bonus damage, and there are 4 of them, remind. If they're dealing 200% damage per, let's say I have the other augment, so they're dealing 30% instead. So that's 120% damage total, and then 200% more. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm pretty sure the math isn't this simple, but that would be 360% damage of mine just from the mirror images. Without the other, it would be just 20. That's 80. That's 160, so at 240. It's considerable, is the point. Either way, it's good. And then there is also Prism. That's the disco ball, which has Prism Guard. Prism follows above Mirage, duration changed to 4 seconds from 12 seconds. Which, I mean, that's a thing, that's more of a melee Mirage type of deal, which it can work, but I would rather just throw the disco ball, because it's really funny. I guess I didn't get them, but those are something to get later. The Mirage can be really powerful because, yes, Total Eclipse gives my mirror images the extra bonus, but it also gives the bonuses to everyone around me. I don't know how wide of an area 15 meters is, like, compared to the usual, but it's something. Okay. What aura do I want to use? Because I think I used Energy Siphon just because Mirage is very energy intensive. 0.6 per second is not that much. Summoner's Wrath. Squad receives companion and summon damage. Do the mirror images count as summons? I don't know who Amphis is. Hold on. Summoner's Breath. It's 75% when maxed out. The following are affected by Summoner's Wrath. Dante's Paragrims from Page Flight. That's something. Necros' Shadow of the Dead, obviously. The following are not affected. Dante's Noctua from Word Warden. Mirage's Hall of Mirrors. Okay, so that doesn't work. I feel like these all suck. But at some... You know what? It doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter. I have 5 points. What can I do with this? I could get some ability strength. I have considerable amount of endo. Maybe I can upgrade Umbral Intensify. How much would that be? That's a lot. Yeah, that's... no, I'm not gonna do that. But do I have any, like... 5 cost that's worth putting in just as like a placeholder until I figure things out? Gravity while aim gliding. Damage while airborne. Warframe receives energy regen. There's Equilibrium, which apparently people love. What about just Energy Nexus? I can just plop that in. Give it 1 extra, so 1 energy per second. That combines with my aura. Yeah, sure, that's fine. That's 1 energy per second. That's 1.6. That's not much, but it's something. Okay, whatever. We're using Nataruk. I don't think I have any weapon that I need to level up. I am very low on primary weapons. I have not been collecting them. Same for this. I have a Furies that I don't know what to do with. Yeah, but are we gonna have to get more primary weapons? I think it's just because I don't have the slots. So it's like, I just can't get them. If I buy slots, I would rather buy for Warframes. They're worth more XP as well. And they're just more interesting to get Warframes. And then there's the melee weapon, which are also all maxed out. So we're just gonna be like this. We're not gonna be leveling today. Instead, we have Sands of Inaros to do. Incredible. Help Borokithir raid an ancient Martian tomb for a mysterious treasure. Open inbox my ship for Borokithir. Let's begin.
I have a rare opportunity for you. It seems there may be a tomb hidden on that forsaken place. Tombs mean treasure, And yet, sadly, my usual relic hunters are superstitious idiots who refuse to disturb this so-called sacred place. You, Tenno, however, are more pragmatic, especially when it comes to ducats. Am I right?
Is that how you pronounce it? Ducats? I've been saying ducats this entire time. Ducats. I'll ducat it from your payment. Then again, ducat isn't much better. Question. Canonically, how many Tenno actually exist? Desert tomb. Infestation. Alright. I'm gonna have to get used to Mirage.
Oh my. You can feel the filth and grit in every breath. This desolate rock is the former colony of the backward-thinking sky worshippers. Their stories are worth as much as the sand around you. Nothing. The Grineer took pity on their miserable existence years ago, returning this so-called civilization to the sand. Yet for some elusive reason, their relics have become quite fashionable and thus valuable. Rare antiquities. That's why we're here.
Oh, hello. So, I've had this mission for quite a long time, so this is probably pretty low level. It's not gonna take very long to do. Or at least it won't be difficult. One thing I remember is that the mirror images try to hit the same target I do, but because they shoot at an angle, it can be thought of as like an AoE. Like you can see instead of hitting the wall at the same spot I hit the wall at, they sort of spread out and do like an AoE attack. Which is good against big enemies and groups. Not about single small enemies though. And then of course we have the disco ball. It's not very good at open areas because it just sort of flies off. And then we also have, and there are some enemies around here. They should be taunted by a crystal. I don't know where the crystal went, but you get the idea. And then finally, press and hold. Now I do more damage. 215 from a tap. It's kind of hard to do damage stuff here because enemies die in one hit regardless, but you know. It lasts for quite a while. I don't know exactly how long it lasts. Obviously, I'm using ability duration. Okay, just ran out. And then if I just tap, I get damage. Apparently, 90% damage reduction. For half a minute, give or take. That's quite a lot. 90% reduced damage or 260% increased damage. And both of those, if I get the augment, can apply to my mirror images. So that's pretty great. Obviously, this Warframe, very powerful, I think, in exchange for being kind of basic. Like, it doesn't really do anything absolutely spectacular, aside from the disco ball, of course, which everyone loves. It has a pretty big range for what it is, but it's kind of uncontrollable. I guess that's what the overhead augment is for, so it doesn't just fly off somewhere. Look at the range. Up, up. I lost control of it. Boom. Yeah, it's just very simple to use, very basic, but has some really big numbers. And I don't remember exactly, but I think I had a similar opinion about Wisp. Nothing too special, but the numbers make it crazy. Anyway, currently we don't really need to use any of that, because everything dies in one hit anyway, and they have no hope of killing me. Obviously, Mirage doesn't have any healing or overshield on any of that, so on particularly difficult missions, not that good. Which is why I'm reluctant to actually main it. But it's definitely fun. I kind of feel the same way about Necros as well. Necros is godlike in survival missions. But because I don't always just do survival missions, whenever I'm not doing survival missions, it's kind of just meh to actively kind of bad. And obviously there is the option of you can just use Dante for... not Dante. Necros for survival and then use something else for something else. The thing is, I want a Warframe that is better than... okay. Better than average in every mission, doesn't necessarily stand out at anything. Because I just don't want to be swapping in and out. I just want one Warframe that I feel comfortable using regardless of the mission. Most of these are not like that. I want to try Dante to see how that works out. Dante has a little bit of a toolbox setup, which would be interesting to experiment with. There are a few toolbox Warframes. I want to try out all of those. Mirage is one of them. But she primarily focuses on like...
Ignore these glyphs. Nothing but nonsense about their so-called God King. Inaros, is it? How quaint. The only thing heaven sent from Inaros will be the price his relics fetch at auction.
Hush, hush, my little Dune. You don't need to be scared. There. That's right, shake out the sand. But remember, not all of it. And I'll tell you the story.
Tenno, what is this? How are you doing that?
Long ago, the lands of our colony were cursed. They were soaked in fear. The Golden Skymen would come and take our children away. Young and old alike cowered before them, afraid to lose their most beloved.
That voice! Tenno, stop this!
But then he came.
No, please stop.
The Fear Eater. the Sky Killer. He was called Inaros.
After all that, I'm still gonna take the vessel. Oh, alright. That's a Warframe. Should have put something in its place.
A burial vessel. It will contain precious relics. There, you're not defiling a tomb. You're creating wealth. Return to your ship. We must examine this vessel further.
Can't help but feel like I'm cursed now. Return the slab, or suffer my curse. Sacred Vessel, a peculiar relic from the tomb of Inaros. And I got the Inaros blueprint as well, because why the fuck not? Yeah, open the sacred burial vessel and there lies a literal blueprint. Blue paper, checkered, you know. STF frames are a little bit of a weird mixture. Look at the list. With Sarin, Dante, Uriel, Octavia, Mason, Oko, Sirius, Orion, because obviously. I think I tried putting Wisp together. I had a bunch of relics that had the parts and I was just trying to get that. I haven't had luck yet, but we could do that. Sarin, I don't remember who that is. Dante, obviously. Octavia, obviously. Uriel, I don't remember. And Mesa and Noko. Oh, Sarin is... yeah. Sarin is essentially... Poison Necro. If you play Diablo 2, it's Poison Necro. Very strong. Uriel wasn't... Alright, well, we're gonna look them over. For now, let's keep moving.
I could have never foreseen this. That vessel, it contains primitive etchings that seem to be a sort of blueprint.
Oh, that's
There's
right.
a Warframe entombed there.
Yes.
Look at it. It's exquisite. There's an inscription. Prove you are him. Destroy the ones who oppress. Destroy who? Does this smudged glyph represent some enemy? You'll have to carry that vessel into battle and prove yourself if we are to unlock these secrets.
Ah, shit. I know what that means. But I have to put it on. Whatever it does and then do a mission with it is what I'm thinking. I don't know which one. Ah, it's not gonna point me at anywhere. Alright, well, let's see. What do we wanna do? I guess I could go and unlock a Wisp thing. Where the fuck equipment in avoid relics? What if I just Wisp? Oh, it actually works. I can just search Wisp and see which ones have that. No, not yet. Something I want to see is... I feel like I have some parts of Wisp. I guess I could check in the crafting. If I just search for Wisp. Apparently not. There's nothing here. Yeah, I just have these. Alright. Let's look around the map. Hold on. Oh, hello. This is all the clue I get. Well, the golden top kind of makes me think of sentient. There is a mark on it, which is what the fuck is that? I feel like I don't know enough about the game to actually tell what this is, but it's like flames on 3 legs. I wonder if I can see anything like that. The fuck is this?
You have loyal.
No, shut up. Hold on, I'll get it. Give me a second. We're doing investigation right now. We're doing detective work over here. I'm mainly looking at the emblems for the factions to see if any of them, look like that symbol. Which, you know, probably not, but it's the first thing that came to mind. No, it doesn't look like that's it. Hello Hayden, welcome to the stream. Just doing some detective work. You know how it is. I'm assuming it's not gonna be like a Warframe ability icon, because that would be really fucking obscure. I feel like I've seen that before. It's none of these. Not anything about the sanctum. Where can I check my communications, navigation, voyage cars, quests? Where can I get to check my various standing with the different syndicates? Like not just these that I can access here, but like Fortuna and whatever. I don't know what this is. Profile. Syndicates. No, these are just the main ones. Unless Cetus, Fortuna, Necrolisk, Chrysalisk, 1999, miscellaneous. None of these look correct. We can look around a little more. Probably not in the codex, but yeah, these don't have anything. Profile. I would love it. Amazing. If I could filter these somehow, and does it look like you can? I'm mainly just looking at glyphs because glyphs can be of anything. So if that icon is anything I should recognize, there is probably a glyph of it. And then from that I could figure out what it means. But the glyphs are full of like portraits, which I don't care about. Amazing. Not really seeing anything. Why do I have some of these? I don't even know what this is. It's not that, but it's some kind of flame with legs. No, it's none of those. There are fewer glyphs than I thought, by the way, which is weird. What the fuck? Oh, titles. Complete the quest Jade Shadows. I like Seeker. It's just a nice little title. So it's not the profile. Mission, equipment, arsenal. No, that's we already checked this. Incubator, inventory, void relics, mods. No, I probably don't need that. However, it does make me wonder. Hold on. I'm probably looking way too much into this, but give me a second. No. It's close, but it's not that. Okay, it's not a damage type. Void Drakes don't have anything on them that I can work off of. They kind of all look the same, except this one. These ones have emblems. I wouldn't think they would have the right one, especially since I can't really see most of these. But they mostly just refer to what they do. They're not gonna do like a special icon for them, from what I can tell. Well, they kind of do, but I don't think they would have anything. My mouse is starting to die. The scroll wheel is not working properly. Market, communication quests, Jack calls, garrison. I'm not seeing anything in here. Incredible. It just looks so weird. That's not necessarily flame. It's like it just looks like fur. Like a fur coat. Upside down. I can't turn it around or anything. This is all I get. Well, while we're thinking, I could try to do a mission just to see if anything happens, and I would probably do this one just to unlock Moth. Interception. Might as well. So we're talking about toolbox warframes. I never, at some point read the abilities of every warframe. I kind of made a list of what I would like to try, but it's been a while and I kind of forgot.
These radio towers carry top secret interplanetary communications. You are going to capture the towers and decode incoming messages. Power online. This tower is ours now. Tower lost.
That's great. There really aren't many enemies here, huh?
Tower captured. Beginning stream decode now. The enemy have taken a tower. You must recapture it. You have captured a radio tower.
Why the fuck do they do that? Oh my god, they're shooting from upstairs. I hate that.
Captured a radio tower. The enemy have captured a tower.
I heard interception is the most hated mission type in the game.
Tower online.
Is that true? Oh my god. Piss off.
We have control of all 4 towers.
Great. My ability strength seems a little low. The disco ball is not doing as much as I would like it to. And also, I have permanently low energy. Where are the enemies? What are they doing? D.
We have lost control of a tower.
Great.
We are in total control. Keep fighting. We have decoded the message. The remaining enemies must not report back to their command. Eliminate everyone.
The big marker makes it so I can't actually see where the enemy is.
Reinforcements. Are you willing to stay and decode more messages?
Fuck no.
I have detected another message incoming. Capture and decode the signal. Good work today. Not only have we decoded the enemy transmissions, we have also
Yeah, interception is just King of the Hill, but with 4 points, and that, like, the point of King of the Hill is that it focuses the action onto a single point. 2 teams try to control a single point. But first of all, 4 points kind of divide the whole idea, and you would need a bunch of people playing the same one in a PvP, like 2 groups. 1 group versus, like, AI, that's not gonna do anything. That's just kind of dumb.
Whatever that vessel wants you to do, I'm certain it's somehow connected to that smudged glyph.
So that wasn't it, but we unlocked something new. You can kind of see it even like this. Where have I seen that before? I could have sworn it was a syndicate, but apparently it's not.
Dante.
Oh.
It's time for Nora to say goodnight.
What the? What's gear? What the fuck is this? Mutualist add we assassinate. Nothing here. No, no, no. All right. No, we're not dealing with that right now. Could I have seen this before? Because it's familiar, but I'm looking around and I can't see it anywhere. What is this? Okay, it's not gonna tell me what this is. What's the icon next to Corvex? The others are 30 already. Where can I No. Just wanted to see what that is. Because to me this just looks like a fur coat on legs. That doesn't really tell me anything. I say I looked literally everywhere. If I then can't figure it out, starting to think it's just not possible to figure it out. Like, if I had any clue about what I'm looking like, is it an enemy? Is it a mission type? Is it a syndicate? Is it a location? No idea, it's just good luck. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be thinking of here. It also doesn't help that I haven't played this game in like 2 years. So it could be pointing towards like a primary antagonist and I would not remember them. I'm looking at the bosses in the game, in case any of them are similar, but not really. Like, enemies in this game generally don't have fur, and I don't know what else that could be. Unless it's a fucking jackal or something, where it's like, good luck figuring that out. Abizabi, hello, welcome to the stream. We're trying to do some, well, I'm trying to do some detective work. It could technically be air or water, it could be basically any element except earth. But the problem is, pretty much every single enemy in this game is either metallic or flesh. So, I don't really know what else it could be. Probably not a boss, none of these fit. I mean, I might as well do something while figuring it out. We're gonna try. If it's not that, we still did something. Because it looks like fur on legs. There's not much else I can... Oh shit. Do to describe it.
Use caution. The hyena pack will work together to try and take you down.
That's great. I sure hope so.
Keep going. Nobody knows you're here.
I'm sure. Really? Wow. Because Oppressor made me think it's probably a boss, but none of the bosses look like that. Absolutely not gonna be correct, but you know. There we go. We're slowly working towards the Nightwave mission completion as well. I got a Loki new pricks. Nice. That took us 2 minutes. What did they overhaul and what did Loki used to be? I got an unread message.
Whatever that vessel wants you to do, I'm certain it's somehow connected to that smudged glyph.
Yeah, thanks. Hyena PB, your actions have consequences. Wow. I'm assuming nothing changed. Okay. This is the other boss that's modeled after a four-legged animal with fur. So might as well give this a try as well. I haven't fought the jackal in forever, so for old time's sake.
torso, but appendages could be a weakness.
Incredible.
Use your Parazon.
I don't know what a Parazon is, I just pressed X. Press the wrong button again.
Shouldn't have.
Watch your ankles, Tenno. You're running out of cover.
I do wonder whose idea it was to make a boss where you just can't hit it 90% of the time. You're just waiting around doing nothing.
Watch for increased attack speed.
Alright, I'm just gonna sit here. This is what 90% damage reduction looks like. I'm not dealing with that mechanic.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
But this is not even... This is not a phase change, this is just the entire fucking fight. Finish it off, thank you.
Well done, Tenno. You have sent a clear message to the Porpoise today.
Yay.
Their war profiteering will not go unpunished.
I actually don't remember why we fight the Jacko.
Location.
Hold on. Yeah.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
Rhino chest blueprint. Pretty sure I already have the Rhino. Polymer bundles and circuits, you can never have too many. Probably alloy plates too. Yeah, the problem is that the damaging phase, especially nowadays, is basically non-existent.
Whatever that vessel wants you to do, I'm
that
certain it's
wasn't it
somehow
either.
connected to that smudged glyph.
What does this look like? What am I missing here? I can't think, it's too hot. Seriously though, it's today is the hottest day of the year so far. This is the first day when by noon it was over 30 degrees. Okay, I will accept one clue about what the fuck this material is. Because it's not fur, it's not fire, it's not wind. I don't know what it could be. Squishy? That's not a material. This is flesh? This is not flesh. Come on. Flesh doesn't look like this unless it's this fucking bacon strips bundled together and then walked off. normal version. And I'm not gonna get a Kuva Siphon. What's a Kuva? I feel like I asked that before. Yeah, as I said earlier, pretty much every enemy in this game is either metal or flesh. And that doesn't look like either. That looks like fire or wind or a bundle of worms or something. Yeah, but does Kuva mean anything, or did they just make that up? Because it sounds very close to a swear
It was
word.
difficult to locate the source vector of this sector's infestation, but you are finally here. The VIP that we're hunting is here. Find them and take them out.
Ah, shit.
A juggernaut nearby? It will only attack when it senses high concentrations of infested blood. Slow the fight if you want it to go away.
The vessel. It's responding to your actions.
The creature has grown unfathomably strong through centuries of absorbing matter and self-replication. That did it. Here comes the juggernaut. Deep within this millennia-old, Orokin-turned-infested ship lurks a creature created to fight in the Old War. Make your way to its location and dispatch this monster. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Heavy infestation ahead.
All right. Well, I'm here. I guess I'm waiting for the other ones. Oh, I think I remember this fight. This was a really shit fight like 5 years ago when I started out this game. I was here like 40 minutes trying to fight them. Probably not this version. I mean, I don't know how to fight it. If I do something dumb, that's why. God damn it, I can't shoot for shit. Got it.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
In 13 years it has always been this. Yeah, but the first time I fought it I had no damage whatsoever, so it took 40 minutes for me to solo it. And now it's just one shot per phase. I do love this ability. Just throw it and it clears the room. Incredible. Anyway, apparently that was the boss I was supposed to fight. But now that I saw, like, the last phase is what it actually looks like. That glyph does not look like the boss. Like, absolutely.
Words coming in of so many of you being your best selves. Nora is just beside
Oh, that was the
herself with
15th
admiration.
thing.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
I got a Necros blueprint. The system's blueprint. Did you want to say something?
The vessel. It's responding to your actions.
Is it? Oh. It's filling up. Okay. No, you can tell me at the end because I can guarantee I'm not gonna know. But... Sabotage, alchemy... defense, exterminate, capture, release. No survival?
You condemn our... The emissary knows you. All that you are.
Ah, that's the survivor. There are 3 assassination missions on this planet. One of them is the Murmur, which I don't think would relate to this mission. This is infested survival. Survival infestation.
Primordial recollections. Life forms chiropteran. But... You condemn...
This doesn't say infested, so I'm assuming that's not an infested thing.
knows you. All that you are.
Ah, fuck it, let's do it anyway.
Welcome. You are welcome. From Eris we come. You are They must not steal our light.
Where am I going? Oh.
Arlo's your strength valuable, yourself worthless.
Ah, okay, just two shots me. That's good to know. Fucking just get up there, for fuck's sake.
We shall wash the self out of you.
Really?
His light is not for you. I live again. Arrow's flame protects us, and us it.
Uh,
Paradise comes for you. Protect Arlo's flame.
I actually can't tell where the fuck the enemy went. Because there's just like a billion enemies that are all red here. Fuck this. The only problem with this fight is that the light lasts like 20 seconds. Like, by the time I go back, it's already half gone. Like, I don't know what... How are you supposed to do that?
The vessel.
Shut up!
Responding to your actions.
Just do this again, I don't know. Yeah, the problem is that if I'm killing stuff to extend it, then I'm not hitting the boss, so it's completely pointless that I extend it, because I'm wasting time killing other stuff rather than the boss. So like, there's no point extending it. And also, if it's small enough that I have to extend it, I basically have to be in melee range of everything.
The VIP that we're hunting is here. Find them and take them out. It was difficult to locate the source vector of this sector's infestation, but you are finally here.
In terms of... Oh my god.
A juggernaut nearby, it will only attack when it senses high concentrations of infested blood. Slow the fight if you want it to go away. Deep within this millennia-old or turned infested ship,
In terms of boss fights, is there any boss in this game that is like widely considered good? Because I can't think of a single... Every time we get to a boss, it's like, oh god, it's a fucking boss again. I can't think of a single boss that's good. They're all very contrived and annoying. Where the fuck am I? The tank is the best one. Oh boy.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I don't remember what war does. Oh god. So basically, there are no good bosses. Somehow the developers just cannot make good bosses? Can't be that hard.
Return to your ship. We must examine this vessel further.
Yeah, but have they tried... Okay, just a random idea. Imagine a boss that's like just... I don't know, who here played Doom Eternal? Okay, so I'm gonna use that as an example. I'm gonna try to be vague in case someone haven't played it, but imagine a boss that's just like the final boss in that game. There we go.
Target down. Assassination
I'm gonna wait with the elevator this time. Okay, well they're not coming this way. Whee. Wow. Apparently there's a big hole here I don't want to fall down into.
Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
Or just to... I got another one of these. Just to clarify, imagine a boss that's just a big wall that attacks you, and you can just shoot it wherever while you avoid being hit by the attacks. It doesn't have to be any more complex than that. Let the player... Give a player a big damage sponge with parkour, because you're avoiding the attacks. Done. Now you can have fun. It's super basic, but it would be better than this shit. Of course. That... Oh. Return the burial vessel to the tomb. So I'm just gonna assume we were hunting juggernauts. Which I have no idea what it looks like, because others keep killing them. Let's go back.
I'll be grateful when this is over. I cannot stand this barren place. Even the Oracle could not have enlightened these sand skates.
Well, obviously I'm not saying that every single boss should be like that, but it would be a nice change of pace to just have something to hit while it's trying to hit you, instead of all this hit its fucking small toe when it raises the leg, but only when the shield is down, and watch out for the rocket. So what the fuck? No, just fucking hit it, and then eventually it dies or you die, and then have fun. Like, I don't need all this shit. Hit it in the mouth when it opens, shit like that. No, actually, I do want to say, okay, there is one boss I remember that was actually really cool. It got a little annoying towards the end because it kind of overstayed its welcome. But there is that Cephalon boss when you unlock Melody. Remember that? That was pretty cool. But that was primarily a parkour boss. Like, you had to do very little fighting in that.
Remember, we're here for relics, not stories. So I'd appreciate if you kept
Octavia,
your
Melody, I don't know which one.
void resonance thing to a minimum. I've had enough of this culture to last a lifetime.
Yeah, it's a one-time boss, but it was pretty cool. Story-wise, and just the mechanics were actually kind of fun. Where the fuck am I going? I think it was kind of fun having to jump on specific spaces to like make the rows line up with the melody. I think that was cool. I would play it again. I would play it more than these other bosses. Not in multiplayer, because that would be chaos, but you know what I mean.
Take the vessel to the door. What happens?
I die. I don't know.
One, after this, you must sleep.
Not again.
Oh, another one.
Inaros began not as our king, but as our enemy. A warrior of the Golden Skymen. But for each child the Skymen took away, Inaros grew even more angry. Until one fateful night. Another child had been taken, and the villagers had gathered in a mourning circle weeping, until they heard a small voice. By the dunes, it was the child returned. As he approached, the people gasped in horror, as they saw that he was drenched in blood. His father rushed to the boy and embraced him, and saw that he had no wounds. "Whose blood is this?" he asked. The boy looked to the sky and said, "This is the blood of the Skymen. This is the work of Inaros." By the sand and the stars, the Skymen raged. They set upon Inaros with their armies, but none could prevail. For he commanded the sand, he commanded death. Inaros ate their fear and became stronger.
None of this could be true, could it?
And so they left us and took with them our fear. On that day, Inaros became our king, and in a great whirlwind of sand, ascended to watch over us from his throne in the sky.
What if? It can't be.
Right. Fucking noise.
Voice. Return to your ship. I must collect myself.
Alright. Inaros Neuroptics. So yeah, that's gonna be 4, I guess. 1 for each part. And then after that we can craft it. Supposedly the first sigil was the hardest one, so we'll see if I can figure this one out.
I'm beginning to think this Inaros myth was drawn from an actual Warframe.
No shit.
Oh, I see. Another glyph. Another challenge. See if you can figure out which enemy it represents.
Ah, I should know this one. Hold on. Triangle face over here. kind of feel like if I just... Alright, thanks for dropping by, Aiden. I'll see you later. I feel like if I just try some bosses, eventually I'm gonna find the right one. Because none of the bosses really look like it. It looks most like a cephalon, I'll be honest. Grasping some kind of crystal. Well, I mean, let's give it a try. It's whatever. Probably not here, right? Doesn't look like it. Ah, it's the same shit. How did I do that?
You have loyalty issues, Taro. My Sanuka project will fix that for you.
Oh, let's give it a try. I feel like we only have to be on a mission with the right faction, and then they sort of just show up. Well, if Boros says something, it's good. If he doesn't, it's not.
You've located the VIP. Time to go to work. Looks like heavy activity ahead.
They kind of finished it too fast.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
Wow. Wouldn't be so bad if I didn't have to wait a full minute after each mission just for it to fucking load. So I can exit.
Whatever that vessel wants you to do, I'm certain it's somehow connected to that smudged glyph.
It can't be too high level, because I'm pretty sure this is a pretty low level mission. Okay, I'm just gonna assume this is not it. Half of this feels like trial and error because these symbols are really fucking vague. Like I sort of see.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Wow. Okay, I did something and now he's dead. Great.
Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
Just shoot it until it dies. Yeah, that's the boss.
Target down. Assassination contract complete.
Excalibur. Barrow didn't say anything, so I'm assuming this is not it.
Whatever that vessel wants you to do, I'm certain it's somehow connected to that smudged glyph.
Oh, I never unlocked this. Yeah, but I was shooting the weak point and it wasn't really working, so I was just like, well, shoot it until something happens. And that always works. So it's more reliable than actually trying to shoot the weak point. Especially when you're solo and the boss is just looking at you 24/7.
I need you to sabotage this ship's reactor. The reactor is a complex system. Start by removing the coolant cells. My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk. is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again. Coolant cell extracted. Well, sadly inserted. When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown. Destroy the fuel injectors.
Okay.
The reactor has gone critical. Get to extraction immediately. Beware, Tenno. This ship is experiencing reduced gravity and magnetic anomalies.
Wise Parvos, the low thief shall never know the cool caress of your crown.
Okay.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
This wasn't it.
Whatever that vessel wants you to do, I'm certain it's somehow connected to that smudged glyph.
It kind of looks like it. The two hands, the crystal in the middle. Down here. I don't know what the upper part is. But I know for a fact that they don't generally combine these. However, okay. Let me just... We're really fucking stupid if it's on Deimos again, but these are the missions that relate to that. The Murmur missions. Sure, fucking do it, whatever. Haven't done this mission before anyway. Just kinda hoping I'm not gonna have to do this alone.
The great indifference spreads desolation via the mechanism of its fearsome, many-armed envoy. Evitrium scanners shall aid in locating it. Atropos probe, that you may pierce the Vitrium with it. Inject the Vitrium, Tenno, and keep it intact. We require it to see on our behalf. The eyes, they're everywhere. Grab them whilst you can.
Okay. Really, this fucking glass here? Oh, come on! Fucking hell. We have to collect 30 of these. I got 8 so far.
Insufficient. We must outstare the murmur. Fetch a probe and narcotize another Vitrium. Hurry! You require more Atropos serum. Murmur places a hand over its eye. Slaughters away. Naughty hand.
Where are the rest of them? They're very slowly spawning.
Multiple scanners can be probed simultaneously. A gamble, a risk, but worth considering to get this over with faster.
The only problem with the disco bar that I'm noticing is casting it takes fucking forever. Where am I going now? Corrosive damage. Really? You get stuck in there. there gonna be one more wave? Because that's all I need. One. Two.
Success! The Victrium beholds the swarm! Ha ha ha! Summon the tide now!
I did it. Ah, shit.
Here comes the tide! Let it break itself against you!
Look at the head bar. Done. That was pretty cool.
The murmur weeps! My. You are quite something. Return to the sanctum.
Starting to wonder if maybe these bosses should be designed like multiplayer Dark Souls bosses, just not as punishing. Imagine that. Just gonna wait for the loading.
Lloyd? Oh, you are looking rested. Might there be anything I can assist you with? I have some thoughts on... yes. Of course.
When ability gets gain temperature causes damage and melee strikes with an attack up to 204. Okay. Didn't really get anything interesting. But yeah, I mean, I did this because why not, but I don't think it would be a Sanctum boss because they don't
that vessel wants you to do,
they don't typically mix quote-unquote DLCs. There's no way it's here again. So it's kind of the problem, because now they gave me this glyph that looks very much like... Oh, come on. This icon, but this icon is from an expansion, whereas I'm pretty sure the send of Inaros would only send me to base game locations. So now I'm getting completely sidetracked by this. So apparently it's not this, but because they didn't fact check that whatever that is looks a lot like this. Now I don't have a clue, because the one clue that I did get from this doesn't work. What else would it be? Could be a portal of some sort. Because to me it's like there's a hoodie, you know, a hood like a cultist, there are the hands, there's a crystal, that makes sense, but if it's a portal, it can't be a portal. Hold on.
There's a heavy unit approaching. Well done. Now get to extraction. Another job well executed.
Whatever that vessel wants you to do, I'm certain it's somehow connected to that smudged glyph.
What is the mission that has you going through a portal to like another planet to blow something up and then come back? Let's give it a try. Jesus.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. The portal only allows travel in one direction. Start up the portal generators to reverse the polarity.
Wow.
Resource cache. I'm detecting 2 more faint hints.
What's killing me?
There's the torsion beam device, but they've taken the void key. Find it. There's a heavy unit approaching. Target acquired. Take them down. Quick, pick up the key. You got the key. Now get back to the portal. You found a second cache. My readings indicate one more. The device is set on overdrive. Get through the portal before it melts down.
I already did that.
Objective complete. The Void Key and Torsion Beam device are out of commission. The enemy will not be returning anytime soon. An undiscovered supply cache remains. Do you want to find it, or proceed to extraction?
Guy can find it if they want. I'm just gonna leave. Apparently this isn't what I want to do either. How do you avoid that? I can't tell if they're coming here or if they're looking for the third thing. Okay, they're coming. Nope. They couldn't find it, and I wasn't looking.
Whatever that vessel wants you to do,
I don't know.
it's
What's your
somehow
guess?
Connected to that smudged glyph.
Which area is that? Hold on. Let's do an extermination.
I'm detecting infested biosignatures all over the place. You know what to do. Foundation activity. Let's clean it up. Only attack when it senses high concentrations of infested blood. Slow the fight if you want it to go away. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I think I pissed it off.
That did it. Here comes the Juggernaut.
Oh, I can't land there. Okay, thanks for telling me. I think I killed the Juggernaut, but I didn't get reaction from Barrows, so I get the feeling it's not here. Do I have to be on a specific mission to spawn that, or do I just get lucky? Well, I guess I'll finish the mission and then we'll see.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction.
Fucking, these are the worst enemies in the game.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Well, it's not that. I'm assuming most people do this mission by just getting here and then doing other stuff until it randomly completes. Because there's no way anyone can figure this out. Is it possible that it's something in free roam? Because otherwise it just doesn't look like anything. Maybe it's a skeleton.
Distract the infested while a lone Tenno operative hunts for supplies. Set off the alarms to start.
The fact that this mission says distract them while a Tenno operative implies that there are at least 2 canon Tennos. Because I'm one and the other one is robbing this place. Just some unnamed fucking Tenno. I guess we're just gonna do this survivor for like 10 minutes and then leave. If it's a broodmother that we have to kill, we're gonna have to kill at least one in 10 minutes, right? Because this is an infested mission. There's no fucking way we don't kill a single one. I probably don't have to be the one to kill it, I just have to get credit for the group killing it.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
Is this the hardest of the second stages or what? That's not reassuring.
Life support on the way.
Apparently there is a new camera setting somewhere.
I've delivered another life support
I
capsule.
don't know where it would be. Well, what's the other one? That's maybe harder. Well, the problem is I've been to Mars already, so if it was that, even though I probably wouldn't have guessed, I probably would have found it by now. Mars was the first place I went to. Or second, I don't remember. Oh, I see. I remember why I had trouble playing Mirage. Because the Disco Ball is a great ability. The problem is, it's not enough that it's a 12-second cooldown.
Life support capsule.
It drains my energy as it travels. So it's not 12 seconds, it's however long I can provide it with energy for no reason. Which makes it kind of extremely expensive and not as good as it could be.
The rain is off to a successful start. When you are ready, go to extraction.
Let's do 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna leave. But yeah, the fact that it's channeled makes it a lot less impressive. It's a really lazy one, by the way. Like I can just do this. Because here's the thing, it costs 50 to begin with. And then it still costs almost 8 per second. It's a 15-second duration, so that's like 100 plus more. Just to channel it to the full extent. That's really expensive for what it does. Even if what it does is really good. 150 to 200 is just not really worth it. It's a really big range though. Look at that. From the edge of the room, it can basically hit the entire room. Which is pretty impressive. But whatever build you do around it, it needs some incredible energy regen so you can fuel it. Could probably replace the second ability with the... There is an ability that drops health and energy drops. That could be useful. And I'm out of energy. Perché se... I mean, there is no other way to cast it. I am tap casting, that's the default.
Share in this bounty. Hold out as long as you can.
Where's the exit? Was not showing for some reason. Wow. Uriah has 3 dudes hanging around him as a passive. Is it like his posse? His wingman? Do they do anything, or are they just there as cheerleaders?
Another job well executed.
Wow. Well, that wasn't it. Oh. That was it. I guess I just didn't kill one in the first mission. I still don't know what they look like though, because I never saw one. Because if you want to solo farm it out, it's gonna fucking take forever. Why did the guy not talk to me about it? I was waiting for it. Yeah, I did not see a single one like that. Maybe it was. Maybe it had to be specifically on Deimos instead of Ares. The different.
By the void, the Grineer have picked up our scent. They'll take me. It's Inaros. You have to stop these animals at once.
I think that Drain is why I stopped playing Mirage at some point. Even as tap, it just sort of drains your energy and there's no way to restore it.
So where is she? That voice? I think I need to hear the rest. I think I've needed to hear this for a long time.
And so, for years we lived in peace, and our little dunes were our own to keep. But the sands of peace are ever shifting. Years later, a plague came to the desert. The infested. Desperate, our people called out to the sky, Inaros! Inaros! But they could not wake him. And so, they were consumed by the ravenous horde. With all lost, the few remaining villagers gathered in the morning circle to prepare for the end, when suddenly, a storm rose about them. A colossal, spiral storm of sand, piercing the sky. The villagers huddled, trapped within the storm's eye, as the beasts charged them. In moments, the beasts were torn apart, and the infested plague was swept away, never to be seen again. As the storm subsided, the people ventured out into the desert, hoping to catch a glimpse of their savior, their beloved Inaros.
Get ready.
Ow. I didn't even just want to snipe them, I wanted to see what they are. Looks like they're like stone golems. Alright.
They found his glorious metal body, broken and still, lying in the sand. Did they mourn? No, no. They knew his spirit had returned to the sky to watch over them once again. They gathered his body to keep it safe from thieves and raiders. They placed the pieces within the sacred vessels and entombed them in secret, knowing that one day Inaros would reclaim his body and rise again. So now, my sweet Dune, you have no need of fear. Take these grains and keep them under your pillow. Inaros will watch over you.
Find extraction. We're done here.
Imagine if someone comes here and finds the urn and like does the puzzle and whatever, and then comes here and the Guardian just fucking kills them. And the woman is like, well shit, I couldn't finish my story. Inaros. Chassis.
story isn't just a myth, is it? Look at this sacred vessel, one of 4, just as she described. And the challenges.
This is gonna
You must
be...
prove your Tenno.
Okay, this is pretty easy, I think. It's... Oh, come on. Well, it's some kind of Grineer, that's all I need to know. Because that's a 2 eyes, that's a mask, you know, we've seen this before. I'm assuming it should be on Mars somewhere. Let's do a survival, and then if it's that, we're guaranteed to finish it. If it's not that, then we'll know. That's infestation. That's not good. That's Corpus. Why is everything fucking Corpus? Grineer, there you go. Grineer Survivor, sure. Wait, hold on. I want the change of scenery. Let's just do Necros, fuck it. Alright. Sure. It's still Grineer, so you get hopefully gonna get something. But it's not guaranteed, because the other time I didn't get anything either. Why is it that one of them have the title under the name and one of them has the title above the name?
Of Grineer Marines stationed here. Leave no one standing.
Okay. Where am I going? Large platoon of Grineer, and we can't see a single one.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
You know, I feel like exterminate missions would benefit a lot from being smaller. Because this is a gigantic map for 100 enemies.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
For fuck's sake.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Make your own fate, Honoria. Cool. That's I think that's the reward. So basically the Lotus told me, hey, go do this mission. And I did, and she's like, good job, here's a fortune cookie. Just for you.
Whatever that vessel wants you to do, I'm certain it's somehow
hold
connected
on.
to that smudged cliff.
No reaction yet, but obviously, who knows if that's the correct place, whatever.
Die, lizard, leech, bloody worm!
Grenade survivor. Alright, let's try this now. Again, 10 minutes. If it doesn't work, then fuck this. But that can only really be a Grenier. Unless it's a boss. Could look into a boss. Could be a Corpus boss.
Keep the enemy busy while a fellow Tenno operative raids the ship for supplies. Ready? Trigger the alarm.
I'm fucking pressing it! What the
Life
fuck?
support has been cut off. They're trying to choke you out. Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support. Fallen enemies will drop crucial life support. Be on the lookout.
Okay, I'm just gonna do my little area here.
Life support on the way.
To Pontis Vera Proxima. I don't know what that means. Is that... Ow.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area.
Do we need to do 10 minutes? I could leave after 5. Like, if that enemy doesn't show up after 5, it's doubtful we would have enough by 10. Probably do this. We're just gonna do 5, fuck it. Man, I'm pretty sure that's my desecrate working, but I can't see shit from it.
Another life support capsule is now available.
Trying to remember, by the way, that my main criteria for a Warframe I'd like to play was it doesn't need to do damage. Because this bow brings basically everything I want in terms of damage. It needs to bring as much utility as possible, so I can just be ready for every situation. Utility can include various damage, primarily AoE, but that's not a requirement, because damage is something I'm missing the least.
Successful start. When
Fuck
you need
it, let's just leave.
extraction is ready.
I'll just leave and see what happens. The thing I like most about Necros is the ability to resurrect Eximus enemies. If you can keep them alive, you're basically unkillable. But the problem is that they're just very immobile. Like any mission that requires you to move around, he's just automatically not good at.
Whatever that vessel wants you to do, I'm certain
No,
it's
it's not
somehow
that.
connected to that smudged cliff.
The main problem with this, there are a lot of things that sort of look like it. But nothing with a close resemblance. So it's basically just a... I don't know what you call it. Hold on. We're not gonna have to, because I'm assuming there is a mission after this still. We're not gonna have time. We have half an hour for the stream. What the fuck is this? Just fucking tell me. I don't know. It looks like the guy from Borderlands. And where do I find Gunir Maniacs? Teal Regar? Who the fuck is that? Where is Regar? It's a submersible. I was looking at this, but I'm like, I don't want to play submersibles. I guess I'm gonna have to.
I'm very excited now. The anticipation. Ooh, I always learn so much. A live dissection. A dissection? No. That sounds too humane. Your death will be painful.
Heads up. A Grenier assault team is headed your way.
Gonna pull this ocean down on us if I have to.
Speaking of,
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Come for a fight? Oh, should have dressed for a funeral.
that was a maniac. That's a maniac. I think we killed plenty of maniacs now.
Nowhere left to hide. Nowhere left to run. It's hammer time!
Really? Well, now you have to die. Wow.
Nice work taking down the VIP. Now get to extraction.
And it wasn't even submersive.
Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
Equinox Day Neuroptics Blueprint, Equinox Night Aspect Blueprint. Day and night. Yeah. There we go.
Cut them down. Make them fear this place. The Grenier should be swept away.
Hold on. Aqua Blades, that's the one I want. Because while that's up, I tried to make this Warframe work as like a full-on ability strength build using this as the primary damage, but it's really slow. So it didn't really work out. I mean, the frame itself isn't bad, but it's primarily... The main draw for me was the summon. You can summon the hovercraft as its own entity, but it's extremely squishy, and there is not really a proper way or like reliable way to heal it. So it's not really that good. Plus, it feels like it wants to be a ranged attacker, but the ability is built onto being like in melee range, like this aura that cuts down enemies. You want to be close to enemy for that. That doesn't really work.
Quickly, my sweet Dune, they're coming.
I tried so hard to forget.
There's one more.
Quickly, in here. Don't make a sound, Barrow. Here, hold these grains in your hand tight. Inaros will protect you.
It wasn't me I was worried about.
What do you want? No, no, right.
Inaros. Inaros. Inaros.
No, it's just me.
Inaros. Inaros.
No.
But Inaros never came. You've shown me why I came here, Tenno. Not for riches. The doors are closing again. Prove that you're worthy of Inaros' strength one last time. My mother's call will be answered. Inaros will rise again. Come home, Tenno.
Alright. I do like the idol dance, it's cute. Inaros Systems Blueprint. This is the last one. Because we're just missing one of them now.
She was gone, but somehow you let her speak again. You made me face my past. Made me remember who I was. Take his relics and let him rise again. I couldn't think of selling them anyway. For me, these few grains of sand are all the treasure I need. Both of us know why Inaros couldn't have saved her. He wasn't able to listen then. But things are different now. Am I right?
Oh, that's it? Alright, well, we can just craft this. It's not gonna be done by the time we're playing something else, but we can. I might try it if I feel like playing. Yeah. I don't mind the Yarrowly Warframe. The problem is that it's just... there is an idea here. Because there is some crowd control and damage, which is really cool. You don't have to deal with any of that, you just do it and then it does the thing.
Sometimes Ordis likes to assume he knows nothing. Nobody can learn what they think they already know.
The only problem is that it only hits 5. There is no like AoE to it or anything. Marulina is cool. I prefer Summon because... well, the base, it gives a shield. But I don't know how useful that is. But as a summon, it's just too weak. It doesn't really do much and it dies very fast. Aqua Blades is an interesting thing. The baseline, the problem is that baseline it's a melee ability. But she doesn't look like a melee Warframe. With the augment it's much better because there's no drain. As far as I can tell. Yeah, the Surging Blades don't cost anything if you have the thing. But the problem is, the Aqua Blades are really slow. And they don't really do much damage. So it's just kind of pointless to use them. And then Riptide. Riptide is a cool final move. It's really expensive, but it's cool. Because it just picks everything up. It's essentially the Orion's black hole before Orion's black hole was a thing. But it's essentially the same concept. I do almost feel like Vault is just the best option because hold on. Bonus damage, AoE, very good. Vortex plus tons and damage is targeted, chain effect extends from entire shock nearby enemies. It's a very cheap AoE attack. Kinda pointless because I already have the bow, which does largely the same thing, but you know. Speed is by far the most powerful ability it has. The electricity shield is interesting because it gives you bonus damage. Electric. And you can hold to make it mobile with yourself. Discharge causes destroying a shock repair damage nearby enemies that is on the edge of shock with a stun. I mean, it's a lot of damage. 1700 damage per second for 8 seconds. That's gonna kill anything. But the problem is, it's just really fucking basic. Like, there is nothing really interesting about World. Which makes sense because it's a starter frame, but still. And then I don't even really know the other ones very much. Fumble the weapons into the air. Immunity to status effects is very nice. For 16 seconds. Tribute, psychotronic sequence. Oh, basically, here. Thorns, dust. Angle. Well, generally speaking, you would probably want thorns most of the time. Maybe entangle. But again, it's just it is a toolbox, but it's just straight up just various passives. It's like whatever. Swarms later transform into an air floating beacon with less count before exploding in command. This is just Mirage Second, the gemstone. And Razor Wing, well, obviously Razor Wing. The problem with Razor Wing is sometimes your main weapon is just better, and then you fly, but you're kind of downgrading yourself as a result. What does this do again? Question. Passive. Replenish 30 energy over 30 seconds for Octavian allies within 15 meters when abilities are activated. Does this stack, or is it just refreshes itself when you use ability? Yeah, you can also detonate the gemstone, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this is an AoE. It's a stationary AoE. And you can shoot it so it deals more damage. It's very cheap for the duration. No drain or anything. Launches a roll ball that chance force to follow it, combines with the mallet to create a roving ball of sonic destruction. Oh, it makes mallet... it basically turns mallet into a disco ball. Literally. Except it rolls, makes enemies chase it. Also 20 seconds. You can combine these two for some funny business. Metronome. Grants buffs to those who consistently perform actions in time to Octavian's music. Time jumps over the villain speed buff, crouching on a beat gets poking with the Nocturne buff. Firing rhythmically bestows open a multi-shot buff. The problem is, in the middle of combat, you're not gonna be paying attention to this. Like, you're not gonna try to do this because you can just spam and be better off. Sometimes you're gonna get it and that's it. But it's just 20 seconds duration for 50 drain, that's quite a lot. I don't know. Those power from the decimal level sun in the air usually to amplify damage buff for Octavian or lights the damage range of nearby mallets. I don't know what that means. I'm kind of assuming what it means by decibel level is the more abilities I have active in the area, the stronger this is gonna be. Metronome also passively grants an armor bonus, which is nice. The damage and effect build-up of Octavia's ability are influenced by the number of notes per measure on the Manda chord. Cast metronome approaching enemies. Okay. Sure, whatever. I think mainly the problem is that it's super unreliable, cannot be cast as preparation. Because it says damage multiplier 0.32 to 2.6, so can it reduce your damage if it's too silent? Like, it can just cut your damage to a third of what it should be if it's too silent in the area. Otherwise, I don't mind. The Mallet Resonator combo is really funny. A metronome, even if you don't know how to use it, you can just activate it. And then over time, you're gonna get some of these buffs. Like, if you're just doing your own thing. Like, here's the thing, okay. One thing metronome is really good for is bow, especially Nataruk or whatever the fuck it's called that I'm using. Because with with this bow, what you want is always shoot just before it charges up, because that's the explosive. So you're just gonna keep doing that, which is technically rhythmical, just by its nature. Which would then get multi-shot, which is... I mean, there's that. I guess that would synergize with what I'm doing. That can be pretty good. But yeah. Over the weekend, I'm gonna see if I can get some platinum. Maybe find someone who actually wants to buy some relics. Check which relics are worth selling, which relics are worth opening. And then hopefully by Monday, we're gonna have Dante to explore. I don't think I can do much else right now. We have like 5 minutes left of the stream, so I'm just gonna end it now. Hopefully I can make some platinum. I haven't done it in forever. But anyway, until then, thank you for watching. Whoever said it was not, thank you all. And until next time, see you out.